Hey everybody, Malcolm's here with another episode of Prophecy's MDM Bytes. Now, I know this is a little bit of a distracting view, and I'm a little squinty on the video, but I'm coming to you today live from, well, not live, recorded. You'll see this after the fact. But I'm coming to you today, speech impediment included, from Florida's Space Coast, where on today's edition of MDM Bytes, we're going to be joined by a very special guest, hopefully. That special guest is the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, which includes 4 human beings that are being transported to the International Space Station. Now, I thought I'd come out here on my lunch break. I live about a quarter mile from here, which is pretty cool, I know. I thought I'd come out on my lunch break and use this as an opportunity to talk about MDM and how to launch quickly. As a matter of fact, I used a graphic in a presentation I did last year in my previous role for Gartner. I used a graphic of a rocket taking off as a metaphor for launching MDM programs quickly. And I think it's appropriate. Hopefully you'll be able to see something over my right shoulder here, the left side of the screen. It's probably going to be a little small and it's full sun today, so you won't have that great of a view, but hopefully you'll still see something. Anyway, before we all get distracted by a rocket, hopefully that comes over my right shoulder, let me tell you about the 3 things that are really important to launch an MDM program quickly. And I would argue, yes, you can launch an MDM program in under 90 days. It's most certainly doable if you focus on the 3 things that I'm going to talk about today. Number 1, avoid the most common risks and pitfalls in an MDM program. Some of these you've heard about before. Things like excessive program scope. Things like focusing on an operational style of MDM. Things like trying to boil the ocean from a governance perspective. Yes, governance is important, but can you take more of an MVP type approach? Another big pitfall, avoiding not getting executive sponsorship, not having somebody in your corner from a senior leadership perspective. So these are all examples of major MDM program risks that if you avoid them, you will increase your chances of program success. And my apologies for a wobbly camera. It is obviously fairly windy out here. And again, my apologies if the sound is not great because, yeah, it's windy because I'm at the ocean. Number 2, be pragmatic when it comes to getting executive sponsorship. Go where you're wanted. Find business partners that have acute pains that can be solved with MDM, particularly an analytical style of MDM. You're not going to launch an operational style of MDM in under 90 days. You're just not. But you can get an analytical style of MDM off the ground very quickly. So be pragmatic when it comes to that executive sponsorship. Find program sponsors who have problems and pains that can be addressed with an analytical style. Edicts are not popular. So what you're trying to do here, guys, is to find a stakeholder who can pull the program along, who can partner with you and work with you to get something off the ground quickly. Number 3, don't let perfection get in the way of progress. Right? Don't try to boil the ocean. Don't try to break all of your silos, but just break a couple of silos. Break 2 or 3 silos instead of all of your silos. So take more of a pragmatic approach. Use the tools that you have available to you. Use things like third-party data where it is available to you. So again, just be pragmatic. Don't let perfection get in the way of progress. Don't ever think that you're going to get to 100% data quality, because you will most certainly not get to 100% data quality. Sorry to break it to you. But as a part of a business case, that is one of the things that you should absolutely be focused on with your MDM program, you should be able to, what I call, price in poor data. You should be able to incorporate the notion of 10, 15, maybe even 20, maybe even 30% poor data into your business case. That's an example of being pragmatic and not letting perfection get in the way of actually launching something. So I'm looking down the beach and I'm seeing a lot of people looking. Oh, I missed the rocket. There it is. There's what's left of it. Well, maybe you saw that. Maybe you saw that, or maybe it was right behind my head the entire time. That's entirely possible, and also a shame. Okay, well, you see that little puff of smoke there? That's what was left of the rocket. My bad, guys. Okay, well, hopefully you'll get more value out of the video as kind of an MDM tool than you would of being able to watch a rocket, because apparently my big giant noggin was blocking it the entire time. That's what happens when you're not entirely sure where the rocket's going to be. That's c'est la vie, how it is. Thanks guys for tuning in. Good to see everybody, and I will see you on the next episode of MDM Bytes very, very soon.